Hello, I'm Eric Holland, Curator of Education with the State Historical Society of North Dakota. On the campus of the North Dakota State Capitol, in the North Dakota Heritage Center, we curate hundreds of thousands of documents, images, artifacts, and objects. These collections belong to all North Dakotans. Society staff also manage the State Museum, archives, and historic preservation offices, and champion our mission to identify, preserve, interpret, and promote the heritage of North Dakota and its people here. Embodying that mission, it's fitting that we acknowledge the North Dakota Heritage Center is on Nuptati ancestral homeland. The Nuptati, or Eastside people, are a division of the Numankaki, the people of the first man, those we know of today as the Mandan. For hundreds of years, the Nuptati flourished here, raising corn, beans, squash, and sunflowers to nourish their families and to support a continent-wide trade network. Since the 1980s, the State Historical Society of North Dakota has recognized individuals and organizations that have demonstrated long-term dedication and personal commitment in pursuit of the knowledge and understanding of the history of North Dakota. It is my privilege to announce the 2020 Person of History Award recipient, Ruth Meiers. At age 50, Ruth Meiers entered politics and became the first woman elected to the State House of Representatives, serving 5 terms. Meiers broke a glass ceiling by becoming the first female lieutenant governor in North Dakota. Governor George Sinner said, "Her pioneer spirit, her courage, and faith will be felt in North Dakota not only today, but for generations to come." Senator Kent Conrad said of her, "Ruth Meiers was a trailblazer for women in politics. She always insisted that she be judged not by her gender, but by her character. She was a dedicated public servant with an acute social conscience and an unselfish personal attitude. She frequently smiled, often laughed, and always cared." Ruth Meiers' accomplishments provide a distinguished model of leadership, an example of the highest dedication to North Dakota and its people, and provide an example of unpretentious selflessness and moral kindness. It is my privilege to announce a 2020 Heritage Profile Honor Award recipient, Steve C. Martens. As a practicing architect, architectural historian, research author, preservation consultant, and NDSU Emeritus Professor of Architecture, Steve has explored, documented, and helped preserve North Dakota's architectural heritage with enthusiasm. Over the past 3 decades, Steve Martens' reports, studies, articles, nominations, and books expanded the range of and made significant research contributions to the resources documenting North Dakota's and the region's architectural and cultural history. His personal interest in history and the architectural fabric of North Dakota's communities, coupled with his strong sense of professional responsibility, is evident when looking at his contributions. The buildings he has helped preserve and restore continue to enhance communities that benefit from his knowledge and expertise as he has documented their cultural history and architectural heritage. From 2005 to 2017, Steve published and presented extensively, including completing 24 successful nominations to the National Register of Historic Places and co-authoring the book Buildings of North Dakota. It is my privilege to announce the 2020 Heritage Profile Honor Award recipient, Gordon L. Iseminger. Dr. Gordon Iseminger, a longtime history professor at the University of North Dakota, has dedicated 6 decades to researching and presenting material related to the history of the Dakotas. Particularly, his remarkable research covering the state German-Russian community is a major contribution to the scholarly understanding of North Dakota's history. Dr. Iseminger also serves on the Grand Forks County Historical Society and as a champion of history on the Grand Forks Historic Preservation Commission. He was recognized by the University of North Dakota with its highest honor, the Chester Fritz Distinguished Professorship in 2003. When he retired, Dr. Iseminger was recognized as the longest-serving employee of the state of North Dakota, with 57 years. If you're interested in learning more about these local history awards, go to the Society website at history.nd.gov.